Good afternoon, America. Today is June the 28th, 2026, and time now is 13:33 p.m. I want to talk a little bit about something that I mentioned the other day, what is called hemp, high ultra electromagnetic pulse. And I want to talk to you about the recent reports about the solar flares that we are experiencing in our sun or old sol. I want to basically prepare those who hear and listen and see what is happening to our sun. It is going through an evolutionary process, as the world is and every planet in the solar system. But I want to give you a rundown or something where you can prepare yourselves for such an event, other than water, food, and protection in your homes. I brought along a portable charger, and I have a lot of these little gadgets that I use, like for instance detectors and more detectors which detect high energy pulses and solar energy and impulses, among many other things, frequencies and so forth. I'm never one to be unprepared for any given situation. Never. I was special operations, and I know the game, as you would say. But I will ask many of you who are listening, prepare yourselves. There is a topic which is sitting around or walking around or running around by voices and reports that we will be having a period of darkness on the world because of these solar flares. Now, I'm not beyond the point to say that when a solar flare does occur, or many of them occur, every grid on this planet will be fried. Now, I'm going to tell a tale about ancient history, or ancient prehistory before the flood. You know, we always wonder where monoliths on this planet came from. And I'm going to be, and as well as pyramids. Well, they were a source of electromagnetic charging obstacles or building structures. The monoliths, of course, were made of granite, which is a conductor of electricity, as gold is an electric conductor, as water is. So I'm going to be basically going down a deep rabbit hole on this, a deep hole or pit, and give you some rundown on what happened in the ancient days. You can tell I'm an old man, but I'm going to basically tell you this, that in the ancient days they never had any problem with electricity or electromagnetism. You see, our hemisphere, our atmosphere, is created out of electromagnetism. Anytime that you see a volcano going off or the sun building, there's electromagnetic charges. And that is why sometimes people say that they see objects or unidentified flying objects around the sun, large ones, motherships. And what do they do with that? And not inclusively the storms that we sometimes get, lightning storms around this world, where objects of that caliber charge or recharge. You see, they run on electromagnetism or anti-gravity and antimatter. And some of them are very powerful. If you can see, sometimes they will morph into other objects. And the later ones have become, how would you say, type of beings, nanotechnology in their perspective nomenclature. Now, I'm not going to go too deep on this because I feel that there are some of you that may not understand what I'm trying to say. And like I said before, I'm an old man, and I want the young people to say, well, he's an old coot with some harebrained ideas. But I want you to understand, okay, that preparedness is your number one key to survival. So I would suggest, don't take this matter, how would you say it, as an off-the-wall topic. It's a real matter. Our sun is changing, and we will have solar flares. And not to include that we have technology now that involve electromagnetic pulses, which are being used against UFOs to knock them off the skies, out of the skies. I just recently found out about a Tic Tac that was knocked down and brought down to Alaska. Now this object not necessarily means it was from outer space, but from our future. So I would also remind you that we are also involved with portals, and they are involved with portals. The island of Puerto Rico has a few of them in their mountains. We have them here in the Colorado and in the northwestern states, among many other places around the world. For that matter, South America, Central America, the Philippines, Hawaii, many of the, and Israel as well. Mount Hermon, one of them. But there are many portal areas, and that is why sometimes we get into wars with Muslim Islamic countries like Iran or Iraq, because of the technology that is buried under the ground and in the mountains. You know, I know that many of you know that this is not new. And I hope that you are wise enough and smart enough to take on the how would you say, the evidences of these things and these topics popping up everywhere. There will be exposures and disclosures on some of these items I've talked about. I'm hoping that many of you come out and discuss this with the populace so they can be prepared. Don't hide the fact that there are other beings and there are others on this planet that look like us. Trust what I say. So, to many of you, I hope that you're listening, and I'm going to remind you again have ears to hear and listen. Listen and protect the innocent. Be well.